Hello and welcome to the Local Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Johnson. The Local Leaders Podcast provides a platform for successful business owners to share their stories, their experiences, their advice, and their ideas in order to help our listeners achieve more success in their business and in their lives. Get ready, another great show is coming up. Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the Local Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Johnson, and I am here today and thrilled to talk to Abby Dair of SheWhat Café and Restaurant. I love the name of your business, so you're going to have to tell us where that came from, but welcome to our show and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jeff, and thank you for having me. My name is Abby, and I'm from Eritrea, East Africa. And I've been here around 13, 14 years.
10 years,
and we opened this restaurant in August 2018, right by the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it was tough at the beginning because we were new, and I have another job, so which is I'm very lucky and blessed to keep my job still. It would be very hard with the pandemic, and it was very hard at the beginning, and then thanks God we made it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank God, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's gotta be tough for you to work both jobs, I guess. So you're still working your other job in addition to running the restaurant?
Right. Yeah. My other job is at Berkeley Bowl. If you know about it, it's a very good produce market. Sorry, it's they have organic, and it's amazing. And I've been there since I came in this country, and they are very supportive and very nice, family owned, and they help me a lot too.
Yeah, that's awesome, and plus you've got the fresh food and ingredients and all that stuff right there.
I can say they are number one, even entire of the world. They have the best grocery, organic stuff, and yeah, I'm happy working there still, and I sell my food over there. The vegetarian combo, and we sell by packaging too. And yeah, it's not easy to have two jobs at this, it's especially with restaurant. I work 7 days a week.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and I have a daughter. She's 13 years old. Her name is Siham, and I have a dad who live with me, helping me, and I have a family, my brothers and sisters. And they help me a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's nice to have family,
Yes.
And especially since you've come so far. I mean, from East Africa to Oakland, California, right?
Right.
That is that's significant, and there's so many people who have immigrated, here from other countries all over the world, and it's a struggle. In fact, my wife immigrated from Mexico with her family when she was young, and they ended up in Los Angeles, coming over from Mexico City. And, just understanding the journey and how difficult it is it's amazing. And it's good that you brought family with you because you need it.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it's very hard being a migrant to come. And I was very young, and it was very hard, and then we work hard to make it happen. And when I came here, I don't have any family. So I start from scratch, working like every day and support my family and like I see my dream come true. So those people, they work hard, they see the out result, I can say, with the patient. Those people, they wait, they see the good things.
Yeah.
And then if you believe in God, God is always guide you too.
Yes, ma'am. That's good advice. So let me ask you, are you only open for dinner, or do you do lunch as well at your restaurant?
We used to open breakfast, lunch, dinner, and now we open only dinner, and Saturday, Sunday, we open lunch and dinner.
Perfect. Yeah, I assumed you were probably doing your other job morning and early afternoon, and then you leave that job, go straight to the restaurant,
right,
and open,
yeah.
right? Start
Yes.
prepping.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're the chef too, am I right?
Yeah, I'm the chef. I'm the waitress most of the time.
Dishwasher.
Everything, yeah, that's yeah, I do everything, and I have helpers. I want to make sure I want them to cook the same how I cook, and they're learning, which is good. So I do everything. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's it's something most restaurant owners, especially when you're starting, you've got to wear many hats, so we like to say, and
Right.
but it's awesome that you've made it this far and you got to the point to where you were able to open your own business.
That's true.
Here in the U.S., and it only it took you 13 long years. Well, not really. You started a couple years ago, so it took you about 10 years, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's a great accomplishment.
Right. Like I told you, if you have a dream, I say sometimes you say there is not impossible. I mean, if you have a dream, you say, I can do it. I mean, I'm a single mom. I have a daughter. I support my dad. My dad, he live with me. And sometimes I say, I don't know how I do all these things. And in like, short term of years. But at the same time, when I see my way, how I was working hard and not have time for myself, like, I think when I have a baby, I was thinking for her future, for her dream. I want to be like, I don't want her to struggle like me. I want to make sure she have the good life for the future, good education. And, when you are immigrant, you see a lot of things. So I don't want to happen to my daughter what I passed through. So when you have a dream, I think you can do it. And you work hard, you focus on it, I think it will be happen. So I work really hard to happen this one. Sometimes I sleep like 4 hours, like working 2 jobs, came here, close the door, cooking for the next day, all these things. And now I see those past days that I work hard, like out result.
Right. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mr.
And,
Jeff. Yeah.
and yeah, it takes commitment. It takes hard work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of stress, I'm sure, on you, and faith. That you were gonna get there, and you've done it. You've opened up. You've got your own place. Tell us a little bit about your food. Is it Ethiopian? Is that accurate, or?
Our food is like Eritrean. It's similar like Ethiopian.
Mm-hmm.
But I sell more vegetables, vegetarian, and it's like we sell the bread injera.
Mm-hmm.
It's vegetables, seafood, shrimp, pasta, and meat, chicken.
Well, it looks incredible on your website. And I just wanted to congratulate you on your website. It's really nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the food looks amazing. And I like the way that you did that. And for those that are listening, website address is www.SheWhatCafe.com. SheWhatCafe.com. Go check it out. And more importantly, get yourself over to Oakland and go see her for dinner. Or lunch on the weekends, right? Saturday and Sunday lunch and dinner service at SheWhat Café. But yeah, it looks awesome. And it's lunchtime where I am. I'm over on the East Coast. So I'm looking through your website earlier and I haven't had dinner yet or lunch yet. And I'm thinking, good Lord, I wish I was in Oakland.
I wish I know, yes. And
Yeah.
the restaurant name is, we give after my mom name.
Oh, yeah?
That's my mom name, yeah.
Ah.
So you deserve to have, that's why I want to make sure everything is good because we want to keep her legacy. She was amazing.
And how do you pronounce her name?
SheWhat.
SheWhat. So I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, and my apologies.
No, I mean,
SheWhat.
yeah, they call SheWhat, yeah, SheWhat, yeah.
SheWhat. Okay, I should have clarified that before we started, but yeah, it's beautiful, and it is. I'm sure I'm not the first one, but being a Southern person, I've got to make it sound like a Southern name, so I'll try to do better going forward.
Good, don't worry.
But yeah, that's awesome. Great inspiration, great logo as well. That you got with the hut and all that. So very nice.
Her hometown, from home.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of love here in this business and a lot of respect and admiration for your parents and kind of where they got you. And is your family helping you in the restaurant itself?
Yeah. Yes, I'm very blessed. I have a lot of people around me, my cousins, my friends, my family. They make sure they see my hard worker and they want to make sure, like, even though if it's busy, they came and they help me. And I want to thank to everybody, even my customers.
Right.
They came, they check on me and they always support me. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any words to express for them. They always been there for me. So that's why I can say I'm very blessed, very, very blessed. People, they came and they helped me, especially with the pandemic. They make sure to not give up, to keep it up. And they helped me a lot of things like, don't give up. You work hard, you will get, because the restaurant opened just before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So people even, we don't know us. And then a lot of people, they help me. Like, don't give up, they support me, my friends, my cousins, customers. And I want to thankful to everybody.
Well, I'm sure that they're happy to do it. And I guess that has the pandemic part been the hardest thing to overcome since you started?
Yes, it was very tough. Because I invest a lot of money for this place to make it happen. It was
right.
It was very old house, and when it came the pandemic, they closed everything. I was like, wow! But I pray, and God is good. I pray, and I see more blessing after that. Even now, we're doing good, I think.
Were you able to convert, I guess, to more of a takeout kind of model?
Yes, we do take out. We have DoorDash, GrabHub, Uber Eats, all these things, and then we have online ordering too.
Yeah, is that a larger portion of your business now than people that come inside to eat, or kind of how does that compare?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do take out, and then we have a nice patio outside, so people, they can come and sit in outside. But we do take away too.
Yeah. So which business is bigger, the takeout or the in restaurant? or is it about equal maybe?
Yes, and in weekend, I think outside is much bigger, and weekdays takeout.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yes,
people want to get out on the weekends, and they love we all
right.
love outdoor seating, and
Yes,
when you can go out and enjoy the weather and not too hot, not too cold.
right.
And I guess in Oakland the weather's always perfect, right?
Yeah, that's what I love about Oakland.
Yeah,
Beautiful, yeah.
yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Yes,
Um,
that's
so what are your how far well let me rephrase that. Have you considered yet taking it to the next level and maybe expanding your business, or are you content where you are today with your current location?
If God wills, I was thinking to add more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, once you get it all down in routine and you've got everything, figured out, except of course for the emergencies that pop up every day, and the stove doesn't work, or the freezer goes out, or power goes out. There's always something that can go wrong. But once you kind of get that model of how you run the business together, and you've got good suppliers, and you've kind of figured out the logistics, then people often start thinking about, well, maybe I could take it to the next level and add a location. And then the biggest challenge becomes there's only one of you. So you've got to, at that point, have some good trained chefs that can cook like you,
right,
to be able to be in those other locations.
Yes, I mean, restaurant is not easy job.
No,
I was too close with my daughter. I mean, I never hung out without her. I never go outside unless I have to go to work. I'm always stay with her. So when I opened the restaurant, I start to bring her, stay with me, to be close with me.
right.
And I see that's the only thing. It's very hard, to have a restaurant, because you have to be at the restaurant. You have to be there, and you have to make sure everything is, and that's the only thing I feel like, because I'm like, I love my daughter. I want to be always with her, and I'm like, she's my best friend. We like, I can say we grew up together. I came here after like not 1 year. I have a baby, so she's like, I'm always thinking like, you know what? Sometimes it's very hard if you have a family and then to have a restaurant.
Right.
But the good thing, she's 13, and most of the time I bring her here, stay with me, make sure she's doing her homework and all these things. So business, restaurant is not easy if you have a family, especially make sure, to give them the right time, give them the love, attention, everything. But at the same time, I explain for her, like, to change for our life, to see her future changing, I work hard for her future. So she understands at least.
Well, that's awesome to hear. And, we often talk about on our show about balance between work and regular life. And as restaurant owners specifically, it's even more challenging than many jobs, or many businesses. So you got to find a way to make it work. And it sounds like you've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm assuming she's there now, probably watching from the other side, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she should just jump on screen and say hello. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's awesome. Let me ask you, when you decided to open, okay, so I'm thinking about anybody, I'm thinking about our listeners who are considering opening a business, or maybe just getting started in opening their business. whether they're, citizens of the U.S. or whether they're immigrants, it doesn't really matter. You still have to go through the same process to open it. What did you find was the hardest part of getting the business started? Was it the building, the location, what was the hardest part of that?
When I opened the business?
Yeah.
I think, the building. It was a little bit complicated at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Did you purchase the building, or are you leasing the building?
No, I leased.
Got it.
Yeah.
But then you probably had to do all the work to get it ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not expect to be like what I was thinking, and then but I say, as I told you, I put all my money that I work hard for it, and then I borrowed as like credit, and then it was old house, and then I was thinking like not more than that I was managing, and then but I know it's gonna happen, and then it was a little bit complicated at the beginning, but I'm lucky. I have as I told you, I have a cousins. They helping me a lot, like Alex, Enoch, all these people. They show me how to do all this work to done, and then
and now here it is, right?
It is. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, finished and ready to go. And
at the beginning, always you never see that how we expect. You have to see what's happened, like in that place. Sometimes the roof is not good at all, so you have to fix it, or something like plumbing, all these things.
Yes. Yeah, those are the things that happen that you wish would wait till next year to happen, or the year after that, but they do. Yeah. Like I said, the freezer breaks, or something's always going wrong, and
as I said, I'm very lucky. Wherever I started, I see. As I told you, I'm blessed. I see always things easy. People try to help me. They see how I work hard with them, and then I try to tell them I want to do this way. I like good things always, even though when I give to my customers, I want to make sure it's good. So when they see me, they want to make sure this thing is happen. And then even like when I do the design, my friends, they came, they're my customers, and they try to help me. And it was hard. And then I say, I have people around me, always make sure, they know I'm by myself. And then they want to make sure, excuse me, they help me a lot.
Right.
So that's why I told you, I'm very blessed. And I want to thank to God too.
Well, I'm just making a note here as we talk. Let me ask you about kind of how you determine whether or not you've had a successful day in the business or whatever. Do you primarily look at like sales as the measurement for how you're doing, or is it more about the customers being happy, or is it, kind of what is it that makes you feel like you've done well?
Okay, that's a good question. Thank you. Always, I say to myself, when I see people happy, that make me happy. I don't think how much I make, even though they came 2 tables. If they are so happy, very comfortable, that one make me happy.
Yeah.
I don't always say, oh, even though like by the pandemic, it was slow. People, they came, take some food, slow. I'm always happy. Just I want to make sure the customers are happy. I want to enjoy the food.
Yeah.
And I'm always saying, today is another day.
Well,
and then I'm always thankful, and I think I can say I never complain about life because I'm thankful for another day. And then I believe on that, and then I see the blessing and the good things coming over and over and over because I know I start from the beginning, nothing. I came from Africa, starting from from the bottom. And then every moment I see the good thing when you're happy, optimistic, positive, good energy. That one, it make happy. If you have a lot of money, if you're not happy, which is nothing, right? So always when you pray, when you feel happy, when you bless it makes you happy. So I'm Christian, so I think that one make me so happy. That's the only thing I can say. Like when I see people happy, I'm always happy.
Well, it gives you that sense of accomplishment and pride probably in what you've done, and the fact that you were able to touch someone else, with the experience and with the food and everything. And I can see that in you. You just kind of start smiling, and the pride is there. And
when you see my customers here, they feel like home. You can see sometime in the review, when you go to my through the review, I put in the Facebook, people are enjoying. I make sure they feel like homey. We try to experience our country culture. We show them sometimes the coffee ceremony, and we show them respect and make sure they're happy, feel like home. And if you go through the Facebook, you can see people, they sit and how they enjoy. And they always are happy when they leave. They're thankful.
Yeah, and that's the thing to remember, about Abby's restaurant, is that if you go there, you're not only going to eat good food, but you're going to feel comfortable. You're going to have a great time. Food's going to be delicious, and you get to see her there doing 3 jobs, running around like a crazy person sometimes, maybe. I'm just imagining, because I know you got a lot on your plate, but you got great friends and family there to help you and help you get through. So that's been really important. Do you have any advice you would give to any of our listeners, maybe that's in business and trying to be successful or trying to get better at what they do? Anything you would tell them, words of wisdom, I guess?
I mean, I don't have that much experience, but for my little experience, I can say, don't give up, work hard, focus in what you're doing, and believe on it. And then you will know it's gonna happen. Even though today you don't see good things, wait for tomorrow. The dark is gonna be light. So when you see the good things, thank to God, and then always be happy, be positive, and be patient. I'm very patient for anything, for everything, and I know it's gonna happen in my life wherever I do. And be a lover, be respectful, be patient, and then when you work hard on it, you will see the out result. Those people, they wait, they see the good things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're exactly right, and you built something to be proud of. And like I said, for those who haven't had the chance to come and see you yet, check out their website, check out the Facebook, the Instagram, and get a good idea of the foods and what you're serving. Be sure to give good reviews. If you've been there and had a great experience, we love to get those good reviews to help other people know that it's a great place to be.
That's true.
Any final words or anything else you wanted to kind of put out there, about the restaurant? Did we cover everything we need to cover? Yeah, I was just saying that it's been a pleasure and an honor to talk to you and to learn more about your story and what you've been through. how hard it was to get from where you were to where you are today. That it takes, perseverance and attitude and positivity and faith. And if you have all of that, then and you work hard, typically you get rewarded, right?
Yes.
So we want everybody in Oakland to get over there and have dinner during the week with Abby and her team. And on the weekends, she's open again for lunch and dinner. The website is SheWhatCafe.com. Go check it out. It's beautiful. You get a look at the food and it'll make you hungry. I promise you. Abby, thanks so much for coming on today and talking with us and sharing your story. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Jeff. Thank you for having me, and I really appreciate it. And I feel like I'm more blessing, and I really appreciate it. You came all the way and then talking with me, all these things.
Well, it's just so interesting to me to get your story, because that's you've had that extra step of having to come to the U.S. from another country and acclimate to a whole new world and way of living and speech and everything else, and look what you've accomplished. In roughly 10 years, you're a business owner.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Jeff. And I want to thank to all my friends who supporting me at SheWhat. And they want to make sure I'm doing really good. And thank you to Berkeley Ball that I told you. And thank you to everyone. Thank you to you. And thank you to my dad, who make sure always take care of my daughter.
And I'm sure he watches out for you too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me as well.
You're so welcome. We appreciate it. And for all our listeners, again, if you're in Oakland, get down and see Abby and her team and have lunch or dinner with them this weekend. I'm your host, Jeff Johnson, with the Local Leaders Podcast. Again, we appreciate you being here and hope that you'll come back for another episode soon. Thank you again, Miss Abby.